spell it right. Okay.
Baby rage.
That's the face right there. I said it's baby rage. It's so you type in that. The thing is, it's case sensitive, so you actually have to remember where the capitals are. So if you type, so Melissa's here learning about Twitch chat. So if you type baby rage, then you get the.
So you have to know. So then, if you wanted to do, what's the meme that I watched a video about?
I'll see. Maybe it's Kappa. There it is. You have to capitalize Kappa. How are you doing this morning?
So then, if you don't know what you're talking about, then you'll look like an idiot in Twitch chat.
Well, you think that, but people type it wrong all the time. Like
you
so,
just get Kappa all the time.
Wait. So what is it? Monka S. Is that it? No. Monka S. No. Monka S. No.
Huh.
Monka S. Oh, it's spelled all right.
No, your meme.
Why am I not getting it right?
He got kapow. So far,
How do you do Monka S?
Definitely not solo renekton for 1, 2.
Oh, it's a better Twitch TV emote. Okay, so I don't know if it actually is a Twitch
what's
emote.
better Twitch TV?
Oh, that's a whole nother thing. It's like a plug-in that it'll read these things and it'll do its own custom emotes. So I'm not sure if Monka S is actually a. Let's see if we'll look at official Twitch emotes.
I'm like, what? Twitch TV? Now you have better Twitch TV? I'm really falling behind on my Twitch.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Oh, people in YouTube chat. There you go. Greetings, your good bud Nell. Shout out from Panama City, Florida. Manoj, Rahul, Srihash.
Hi.
Srihash.
Judah, hi.
Greetings. And good morning.
We are showing up Indian Standard Time for our stream at 8 a.m.
Well, actually, Indians beat us into the stream, so maybe
I'm
we've,
just saying, like...
No, that we cannot blame that on India because we've always had problems with being late.
That's why I fit into India so well, is because I was always running late. Okay, so last week at work, I sell tickets on a boat. And so these people were an Indian family, and they were on their way, but like the cruise, the sunset cruise leaves at 5:30, and they were on their way, and they said that they were 1 minute away, and I'm like, I like honestly
really
was
1
like,
minute?
Are they really 1 minute away, or are they pulling what is culturally appropriate in India? Are they pulling they're actually 15 minutes away?
But we're on the way.
And it was like already 5:30, so you have 65 other people already on the boat who paid for their sunset cruise waiting for this family. I mean, I was like really struggling. I was like, we're just going to have to leave this family. Like, we're just going to have to leave them because they might be pulling an Indian on me and they might be 15 minutes away. And
they had a really cute kid when they showed up.
But they did.
So.
They showed up.
That made everyone happy.
And they were like 10 minutes late. But they showed up and the little girl was super cute and adorable. So hopefully she charmed everyone on the boat.
Twitch is a website where people stream live. So we are live on Twitch right now. So before there was YouTube Live, there was Twitch Live. So most people use it for video game streaming and still use it for video game streaming. But why did it do that? It made a weird in the description on YouTube, we do have a link to our links that we'll be discussing on our 3 different subreddits. Creators Corners, the Indie Connection, and Building Better Me. Oh man, eyes.
I like that YouTube Live is suggesting stream health ?
Oh no, you hit that to tell it will answer your questions about what that means.
I was
live.
I was like, you can choose categories now on YouTube.
If it's yellow, that means the health of the stream is not very good. Oh wait a minute.
We don't have a very healthy stream, folks. I'm so sorry that our stream is sick.
No, I have it at the right settings. So
our stream is very
It's just
because
we're dual streaming. Ronin Mitra, how are you doing? Good to see you this morning. Okay, so we'll start off with our Creators Corner subreddit. Let's bring it up on the screen here. So we've got a couple things. Breaking Brick. This was a funny little Facebook video. I thought it was pretty nice.
Okay. Let's check it out.
Before that, your good bud Nell said, guys, I'd highly suggest the movie A Grave of Fireflies. You should watch it with the entire family. Yes,
So
I think
actually,
it's one of the...
both Ford and
and
Satya
Satya.
have seen it. I'm the only one who hasn't seen it.
So we
yet.
haven't subjected her to it yet. Maybe the most emotional movie of all time, in my opinion.
Right. It's gonna be like it's gonna be an ugly cry kind of movie. I know
It's
that.
absolute brutality.
Yeah.
And he passed away this week. Isao Takahata, the director of that film.
Wow.
So, Studio Ghibli will never be the same. He just a master of animation, but just storytelling in general.
Yeah, that is. There you go. That's some good creators corner material.
Yeah, thanks
Studio Ghibli and Grave of the Fireflies.
for reminding me about that. I did tweet about him this week, but that movie. I mean, you want to talk about cross-cultural? You want to talk about creative? You want to talk about just a good analysis of things that we would rather not talk about? Yeah, it's really good. War is hell, and the hell it puts people through, especially children, is often overlooked. That's the thing that sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. I mean, it's, we often talk about the men on the front lines, but children, yeah. All right, so shifting gears here from Grave of the Fireflies to something a little more silly. Breaking Brick.
Nice.
Let's see if I get this.
Ha ha ha.
What
That
is
was
this?
nice.
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
The look on your face. What is that? Where would that have been?
I don't know. I can't.
Where?
Oh,
is
that's our Stranger Things moment. I don't know why it's on YouTube, but it's our.
No, it's on Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. It's all Stranger Things. It's like all straight up Stranger Things in our bathroom. That was good. I was trying to figure out. I liked. That was cute. Good job.
Sriharsh, thank you for coming over for the YouTube. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us on Twitch.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Game Slime, how are you doing? Good to see you. All right. So that was one. Improbable one recommended. Oh, we've got a
Hey.
Sriharsh one is now following. Welcome to the lineup. You surfing now, boy. Thank you for coming on over. So, Improbable One is binging BoJack Horseman. I've heard about it, but I don't know.
Oh, I can
anything.
tell you right now, I'm gonna hate it.
BoJack Horseman is Adventure Time for Radiohead fans. That's like, I think, the perfect way of describing it from what I see
He'll love it.
of it. I don't
I'll be
know.
miserable.
Like, I'm still on the fence with Rick and Morty. It's like, on the one hand, I understand why this show is so, like, such a knee-jerk phenomenon, because it's like people like it, love it, and hate it at the same time, and I don't really know what to think about it. Let me fix this camera. I just keep falling right into the video overlay.
Oh, you can't see yourself, Ford?
Yeah, I have
Aw,
to see myself.
Poor Ford can't watch himself act on his live stream.
Well, because I am a better actor than Joshua Bell. So, oh snap! Oh snap! We watched Mozart in the Jungle last night, and there's an episode where all these famous virtuoso pianists and violinists and virtuosos are in there, and Melissa's like, "Man, they can't act." I'm like, I know. Aren't you glad you married me? Can they make a face like this?
They probably could.
Okay. Hello, Abhishek. How you doing? Oh, Game Slime is Sunny. How you doing, man? I'm sorry I haven't gotten to the song. This has been a not so couple
I
weeks.
think he's like apologized for that. Like every
time?
time we've been in front of this webcam. Sorry, Sonny. La la la. So
it might be the same amount of time
multiple times
since we first started. So it might be more like that time period, just because I'm teaching school and yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do video wise for that. And I started a video project and crashed a drone. I got the new drone though, so it's over here. It's all charged, ready to go.
Yeah, if you want to know more about crashing drones, watch our last Friday video.
All right. Well, there's that. So has anybody watched BoJack Horseman? Got any feedback on that? Because I haven't seen it. Sweet. Sounds good. All right.
Well, so Ford will have to check it out. And
I guess I'll
can
check
watch
out
it
one.
without me.
No.
I can just tell you I'm going to be miserable.
No, they didn't replace it. I just went and got my own. I just went and got my own because I figure what did it for me was shooting the video of Rhett surfing that day. So you can see this in the Building a Better Me video. But while I was out there in the water, I was like, man, I really missed this. So I was like, I need it. My old GoPro broke anyway when I was filming the Waterman workout stuff.
So we're just slightly
I'm a little bit scared to even use it at this point, but
slightly indentured servants to my boss.
Yeah, this
for
year
a couple of videos.
Yeah, it's
to
basically
make up for the crash drone.
We got some ideas about how we could. I don't know. We got some cool ideas that we would like to utilize.
Ideas.
Yeah, we do.
Always have great ideas.
But I think these would actually work. I mean, they might actually be monetizable. It'd be good for them. It'd be good for the tourism council here. It would be good for tourists who come here. So I think it would be one that would help everyone. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's legitimately good.
So
I think the drone could be useful.
Ford has to make a couple videos to make up for the crash drone. And my boss is getting his drone replaced. And now we have our own. What did Ford say? We're just keeping it awkward.
Just keeping it awkward.
Just keeping it awkward with the boss-friend relationship.
Yeah, we know how to do that.
Do it real well.
Hi from Austin. Hello from Panama City, Florida. You should come over and see us. Some great weather over here. Last time I went to Austin was in 2010, or was it 11? It was.
Whoa, you went for
South by Southwest Film Festival.
For that movie.
No Matter What.
No Matter What, which I still have never seen.
You've still never seen it anyway? Sherry saw it.
Who is never going to watch this video. Sherry, please send me a copy of No Matter What because I have not seen it yet.
Neeraj actually went on a crusade. I think he found her email address and emailed her. And Neeraj sent me something this week. I need to check that. I need to catch up with Neeraj's links. He'll send me like a billion things. I forget to look at them.
Neeraj, post those in the proper subreddit.
Oh, that's right. That's what I should tell him.
Because
I should tell him that's right. He sends them to me on Facebook, and I just forget about them.
In our world, we need you to post them in the subreddit.
That's
for
true.
Us.
Okay, Improbable One, how you doing? Yeah, so maybe I can. I don't know. I keep saying this. There's so many people I'd like to hang out with. There's a buddy we watched. He introduced me to a few more episodes of Rick and Morty after me and Melissa watched our first one, and he has like everything on his computer. So we watched a couple of them, and it was fun catching up with him. So maybe he could introduce me to BoJack. I understand. We missed last week's stream because we were. Oh, it was Easter Sunday,
and he was playing violin, and I was working, and it was.
It was one of my better playing violin experiences in a while, so that ended up turning out okay. Japrit said, just finished watching your American Indian series. Really enjoyed it. Well, thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
It's nice to know that people are still watching our American Indian
We'll run
series
into people and
because
they will actually surprised who actually have seen some of this stuff. So last night
we're very proud of them.
Yeah, last night we ran into somebody and they'd actually been watching. They'd seen some of what we did when we were in India. And so you just never know.
And it's funny. They're like, we're not stalking you or anything. We're like, no,
please stalk us.
Like, watch our videos.
Please.
No, please.
We're begging for stalkers.
Please.
We're like, that could almost be like a video. It's just like, it's like the stalker pleader. You know, in the old movies, like the stalker, who goes after the big celebrity star baseball player or whatever. Well, and this is the baseball player who looks for people to stalk him.
Come on,
like hey,
watch my videos.
Aren't you a fan of YouTube.
Watch my videos.
I got a channel.
No, that would
It's like it looks like the guy is like Ted Bundy, you know, like a serial killer, but really all it is like click subscribe, honey. Like that's it. That's a good video. Right there.
No, that would be kind of hilarious. We should make that. You know, once again, we have all sorts of great ideas. No time to
So
execute them.
we are this month for sure. I've made this decision. We are transitioning out of Creators Corner as a video, as a self-contained video, because I'd like to over the course of the next year transition just to making stuff that's creative. We were watching Downton Abbey. I'd like to do it Downton Paper Pals. We made a few of those. Like I can do all of those accents. Some of them pretty good. I mean, some of them are pretty. My O'Brien, it's dang good.
There you go.
So I just like to do some acting and voiceover and stuff like that, and writing again. And I think it'll just be better instead of talking about creative stuff to do it. But we'll talk about it in our stream. So, and now the streams are on YouTube, so people can go back and watch them if they really are glutton for punishment, want to sit through 2 hours of us. So it's there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Mastermind asks, will Trump win again in 2020? Just the short answer, I think almost unequivocally, yes, I think he will. Japreet Singh, really enjoyed it. Thank you. Did you check out the trailer for Upgrade? From Rakesh Kumar. Let me check. I don't actually know. I'm looking up your name.
Wow.
Yeah, my multitasking skills are on point. Upgrade film. A 2018 Australian sci-fi action body horror film. Oh, I'm in, baby.
Body horror.
Body
no.
horror is my jam.
No.
David Cronenberg. Oh, it premiered at South by Southwest.
Well,
I'm in. I don't want to know anything more. I will watch it. Who wants to watch this with me?
So I don't know how
Sweet.
how are you going to watch it?
I don't know, but I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'll talk to my buddy who has everything on his computer.
Yeah.
Who knows how he has it?
Probable One says the heat is already deadly over there. No, I think about that. I've been seeing some Instagram posts like already triple digits worth of heat. I'm like, American triple digits. So I don't know what that is in India, but not fun.
It's been a weird year for us, though. We've every time it starts to warm up, it cools down the next week. We just get this little cold front.
Tonight it's pretty cool right now, so it's nice. Like we've only been hitting. Okay, whew, guys, you're making me try to do my conversions. Because we've only been hitting mid 70 degrees over here, so which is probably like 28 degrees Celsius or something like that. So it's been super nice, actually. And that is one thing it's funny, every once in a while I think about that. I'm like, I don't miss the heat. Like I don't miss that, like right now you're just miserable trying to go to sleep in India if you don't have air conditioning. And I don't miss the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes buzzing in your ear when you're trying to sleep. Like, I don't miss that.
It's true.
I'm thankful not to have mosquitoes buzzing in my ear while I'm trying to go to sleep.
Now, the only thing about the weather, India has gotten into my bloodstream. Truly. 18 months later, I still get so cold. Like, I'll surf for 20 minutes without a wetsuit, and the water's still, I mean, we're in April, it's still chilly. And I'll be like 20 minutes, my teeth are literally chattering. I'm like, it's just, I have not recovered.
No,
so.
It's true. So I'll be at work because I'm working.
She wears a sweatshirt. Like
I have a long sleeve shirt and a sweatshirt. Everyone else is like showing up in their bathing suits to go out on boats, right. And I'm like, no,
Indians are in shorts, and she's wearing.
And I'm still got my sweatshirt on, pants, multiple layers. Like, no. Mm-mm.
Well, thanks for the recommendation there, Rakesh. I am looking forward to checking that out. Body horror is kind of my jam post seeing The Fly, and we did a Cronenberg marathon. We actually have video from that, I think. Me and Cole talking about it. We did a 24-hour film marathon of Cronenberg. We started with Shivers, then we did, what was that one called? Rabid, Videodrome, The Fly, and a couple others. Some of the newer ones. The one with Viggo Mortensen, History of Violence. That dude's a genius, man. Genius. Okay. Some other questions
we're
here.
We're not really doing movie reviews
No,
anymore,
we're
but
not.
I'm glad that you liked them and that you watched them and that you watch us now because of them.
Yeah.
We just don't have the time to do.
Yeah, it's just it's we don't have the time to watch the movies. Like we did watch Ready Player One, but Melissa couldn't watch it because
she was staying with
Rohan. So my mom got to go see it and with some buddies and stuff. Yeah, and it's fine. But even watching Ready Player One, like the thing is, I am a film snob, but I'm also a film nerd, film geek, maybe you could say. Like I'm both of those things. So after the fact, I'm a film snob. Like I will analyze a movie and then I'm like, I don't like it anymore. In the moment, I like every movie that I see. That's almost 100% true. Mm-hmm. It takes like my smart side to catch up. It's like 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, that movie, I'll never watch that movie again. That movie's garbage. But I really liked Ready Player One when I watched it, and I did not think I was going to like it at all. But then afterwards, the more I think about it, the more problems I have with it. So that's just kind of my life. But anyways, all that to say, like I just don't have time to watch other people's movies. They're just too long. I gotta make my own, man.
As we sit here and stream for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, but no, we're talking about.
We're making our own videos. I know. Like.
So I mean, you gotta. That's what my whole manifesto, my Twitter manifesto, is about: moving from consumption to creation. So that takes some sacrifice to do. Man, not much traction in the Twitch chat. If you're on YouTube, come on over to Twitch. I'm telling you, it's better. It's better.
Right. So we had a video game recommendation. You have Game Slime giving you your own trailer voice in a world. One man
surfs and plays violin. Amit Kedriwal asked, "Are you going to watch Avengers: Infinity War?" Most definitely, yes.
Course.
Yes, most definitely, yes.
We are super Avengers series fans.
I like the whole thing. Okay, I like the whole thing.
All of them.
I have not been unsatisfied with any of that. To me, that is like Stan Lee's magnum opus. It's 50 years of comic book, what do you call it? What is that word he says? What is the word he says? Starts with an S. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot.
Wait, what are you talking about? Sorry, I was reading
Stan
Twitch
Lee,
chat.
like he has a little saying. And
I don't know.
It's gonna bug me. Anyways, he Excelsior. That's it. Thanks. I had an S word in my head. What is wrong with me? Excelsior. Like that is just Stan Lee. It's just that plucky sort of Spider-Man. It's plucky determinism in the face of hell. Yeah. And I love it. I feel like it works really well for a blockbuster movie. Again, like even as a film snob, I feel like Avengers, the first one, Assemble, is my favorite superhero movie ever. And I honestly mean this. I know this is kind of sacrilege, but I like it better than Dark Knight. I like it better than any of the Batmans. I like it better than,
And I like that it's, it's something that Satya can watch with us, and like we are those parents who like even let Rohan watch all the Avengers movies with us.
Of course, we're just a little bit. You never know what's going to actually freak a kid out. What freaked him out the other day?
Majora's Mask.
Oh, that's right. Zelda, Majora's Mask.
Because Satya wanted to get some of the old ones the Wii store before they shut the Wii store down. So we got Majora's Mask, and so I finally told him, like, you cannot play that game, and you can't watch anyone play that game.
No, it's a little weird. Like the actual color scheme, the palette, the mise en scène, if you will, is actually kind of weird in that game, and freaks it out. Okay,
so we're having a debate about which Avenger is going to die. Well, it's going to be what's his face.
It's going to be Captain America.
No, the guy that was created, the fake guy.
Oh, the android guy. Yeah, Paul Bettany's character.
Yeah, he's going to die for sure because he has an Infinity Stone in his head.
Oh, right.
It doesn't. We see him like add it to his gauntlet or whatever he adds.
Oh yeah, one other thing.
So he's definitely killing him.
Victor Sierra Bravo on Instagram says, "I feel you resemble Jaunty Rhodes sometimes. I get the Jaunty Rhodes comparison so much. He's a cricket player. I can't remember if he's is he from is he from Australia or South Africa?
This.
I think he's South Africa.
I think we've seen this. You showed me him on the stream.
Yeah.
Vision,
I get that
thank
quite
you.
a bit.
Yeah, Vision's gonna die. Who? Somebody said Groot.
Groot, quite like he'll just come back though, right? I mean,
Groot just comes back.
And then Hodor takes his place. You know, we're gonna have transdimensional.
There you go.
No
I don't
Groot.
know, Captain
Hodor.
America, right? Yeah. Then somebody says Hawkeye. I don't know.
Oh, he isn't in any of the trailer. You're right. I hadn't seen him in any of the trailers.
Maybe Hawkeye decided to go run and hide with his family.
He's gonna hang out with his family, man. No big deal.
Maybe
all right,
it'll be
let
Widow.
me catch up with a little bit of the chat over here. By the way, Ford, a few video game suggestions. Can you play and review Max Payne 3? You'd love James McCaffrey's one line. I've heard about Max Payne. I don't think so. I'm a bigamist now, video gamer, instead of a monogamist.
So because he plays League,
I was a monogamist
and
video
Breath of the
gamer,
Wild
and it was
now.
only League and League only. Yesterday I beat a plat, and he paid me money. I made $5 from beating a guy in lane. But the truth is, he was having a bad day, and I think he. Anyways, I'll take it though. Thank you.
So both places, people said something about the cell. I don't know.
Oh man, you are right. I really need to watch that movie. So I love that director. Okay, yeah. For Creators Corner, this is a good recommendation for everyone here. Please go watch. My brain's dead. The Fall.
Oh, so this is the same guy who did The Fall?
Yes, that guy is a genius.
Yeah,
Tarsum.
The Fall is
So
really
he
good.
is indigenously Indian. What is his background? I'm not really sure his ethnic background.
No, I think he's from. Why did
He's
I think
Punjabi. Tarsum Singh
Oh.
Tandwar, known professionally as Tarsum, Indian American director.
Oh, I was trying to put him down from South America. That's so weird. Why was I trying to do that?
A freaking genius. The Fall features one of my favorite sequences in cinema history. So yeah, that's a good recommendation. I should really see The Cell.
I know the visuals. No, that guy. No, it's beautiful.
The visuals are amazing, and one of the most I don't even know how to put it into words, but it's just like one of the most trippy, peering through the curtain of reality.
We should
sequences.
probably rewatch some of that and talk about it on Building a Better Me.
Oh,
Because it actually really ties in well with kind of mental health.
Actually, you're right. Building it, that movie fits all three things. The Fall may be the most creative, cross-cultural, and constructive film I can think of, because cross-culturally, it's very interesting because you've got this actor who's telling a story, and he's saying in his story, he's saying there was this Indian and this girl who's from like Eastern Europe or like Russia area, like she speaks English, but you can tell by her accent that she's a new immigrant child. And so the way she interprets it, that's why I love, oh my gosh, that movie is so good. Talk about cross-cultural communication. So he's saying Indian, he means Native American. She interprets a Sikh.
Yes.
I believe. I think it's a Sikh.
I'm pretty sure it's a Sikh.
Yeah. So anyway, oh man, what a great movie. And then The Fall, the titular experience when she falls, one of the most crazy things you'll ever see in a movie. I get chills just thinking about that sequence. That's in my opinion, the best bit of editing. Like if music videos were made like that, then all music videos would be amazing. But yes, good call. I need to. So I'm gonna have a watch list. I should put up my watch list. Oh well, here I'll just put it on a note or something.
All right, so
upgrade The Cell. Oh yeah, we need to rewatch The Fall. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Cole should do a Tarsum film marathon. The Cell, The Fall, Immortals, Mirror Mirror, Selfless.
Yes.
I don't even care how bad the other three are. I don't care. Like the dude has earned it. Earn it. Good call. Thank you. All right, let me catch up with some of the other ones. So yeah, as far as playing other video games, I'm I am what I am, and it is a League of Legends. I'm making the call here, so here's unpopular calls. Bitcoin will be worth $100,000. Trump will win 2020, and League of Legends will destroy Fortnite. Fortnite will not last. It will not last. You heard it here first.
And unsubscribe now. Thank you very
Well, no, I'm not saying that those are good things necessarily. I am saying that League of Legends winning is a good thing. Fortnite will be demolished.
It's okay, because context doesn't matter in this world.
That's right.
Ever.
This
so just
man,
go ahead and unsubscribe.
see what he said.
You won't believe it. Oh, it just came up. One of the things we're going to talk about today when we get to India Connection. I was at Mumbai with Viral Fever this day 4 years ago.
Wow.
And so the first video, I was like, I would like to watch a video. The first video that popped in my head today, like, when we talk about that, was their social experiment video. I just went back and watched some of it. That is brilliant. Capital B, brilliant. The fact that social experiments still exist after this video is testament just to how dumb we are as human beings. TVF here. So I'm gonna link that one. We won't watch it, but this is the best social experiment parody ever. Like, it's so refreshing. I'll put it in both chats. Definitely check that out. Put that in your links. Go rewatch that one. It's so worth. All right, great. Your movie, yes, movie reviews. It went down to 35 here in Austin yesterday. Weird.
Yeah. No, Texas gets colder than we do.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Breath of Madhavan. Oh, interesting. I'll put that on. I don't know anything about it. I'll check it out. Oh, someone else recommended something. What was it? Oh, an Ambedkar movie.
Oh, I still haven't seen Black Panther. Well, at this point, I'm just going to wait for it to come out on DVD, I guess.
Iron Man will die.
I'm like, all these predictions, I'm like, I can see that. I can see that.
McShweezy has the temerity to say Ready Player One is better than Black Panther. I don't even know if I'd go there. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I have problems with Ready Player One in retrospect. I actually have problems with Black Panther in retrospect too. One thing I did want to mention before we move on. So I will be transitioning out of Creators Corner as a self-contained video, and we're trying to do India Connection. So if you'd like to be interviewed, or like someone that would like to be interviewed from India, we can talk creative, we can talk cross-cultural, we can talk constructive, we can talk any of the three. When we had Amian that time, we talked Building a Better Me. Last week I got to talk with Pranav, brain dead, about creativity, and I hope to have him on again, because he did this great little film. Man, I'm just flooding you guys with links, but I haven't watched the whole thing yet. This is a legit good thriller. Okay, this is legit good. I knew the kid was smart when it came to comedy. A good editor, a good writer. The dude is not just a good comedian. This is a legit. I haven't watched the whole thing, so I don't know how it ends. I don't know if it's gonna hold. It did win a film festival thing. Man, he's done a lot of stuff. The Wrong Direction, 2014. Only 79 views on Vimeo. This is criminal. This is really well done. Normally, these indie films, especially short films, the acting's not great. I don't know. There's just something about it. It just doesn't fit. It's like listening to indie band trying to be Radiohead. It's just like, come on, stop. Like, stop. This is super good. Like, I'm really curious to know what happens in this thing. I honestly don't believe he can pull it off, but I don't even care. Like, the first 5 minutes is really good. So check that out. The Wrong Direction, 2014.
You have all sorts of good ones. So now you have The Wailing. I don't know what Lawn Over Man is.
Lawnmower Man?
Oh, Lawnmower Man. Lawn Over? I don't know where I got that.
Please add it to. Oh, okay. If it's Korean, that's good.
That's all you had to say was Korean.
I have been meaning to watch that monster movie, the Korean monster movie, for like a decade before we even went to India. I was trying to watch it. What is it called? The Host.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for forever.
It's been on my list forever. The Wailing. I forgot you even mentioning that. I'm sorry.
Somebody said they saw A Quiet Place.
Oh, I've heard good things about The Quiet Place. Yeah. So that is on the list. We might reverse redact it. That's what I was bringing that up. So Creators Corner, if you like hearing me talk about movies, music, film, those kind of thing, of music, movies, and film, there is a difference. Film is more intellectual. If you like hearing about those things, we have our Reverse Redaction podcast. We come out every Wednesday, so check that out. We will be discussing A Quiet Place. We're coming up on Westworld Season 2, so we will be discussing that.
You haven't seen A Quiet Place. How are you going to discuss it?
I'm going to watch it at some point. Somehow. Another film I recommend is Lawnmower Man. Might be mistaken the name. Well, there was a Lawnmower Man film based on the Stephen King short story. Okay, let me just tell you. You have to read that Stephen King short story. It is the weirdest thing he ever wrote. It is absolutely absurd. I have what was he on when he wrote this? And the adaptation, the film adaptation, has nothing to do with the short story. Man, that is weird. You should look up just seriously. You just go look up the Lawnmower Man short story. The movie that came out in the 90s, I think it was a made-for-TV movie, as a lot of Stephen King movies are, was not good. It had, what's that guy's name? Jeff Fahey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Quiet Place, decent, but has a big flaw. If you can get past that, good. That's interesting, because my buddy Jared, who sometimes guests on our podcast, Reverse Redaction, he said the same thing. He's like, he wants me to see it because he said, as a gamer, I would notice something that they should have done. So, cooked chicken today. Will you send a picture? Will you send a picture on Facebook Messenger? What is that?
He will send you a picture of it.
I thought, will you send a picture on Facebook Messenger?
I'm like, so.
Oh wait, he sent it.
So I'm like, okay. Like, is this gonna be like something really weird?
Oh,
no,
you're
like
just making us.
food.
You're just making us feel jealous. That does look good, dude.
I've been craving some Indian food. No, really, I need to make some dal.
Yeah, one of my things that made me happy this week was being able to talk Indian food and cross-cultural communication with someone locally. I think that's one of the things that we've missed is just being able to have camaraderie over this shared love of food, cross-cultural communication. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just that's been something. Oh, show us the pic, we'll do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just rub it in, Sonny. Just rub it in. Thanks. Enjoy. Jeez.
I'm like, I could make that. I would just have to make it. I just have to do it. Just do it.
So Calvin Garrick says League of Legends is greater than Fortnite. Yes. So my daughter, I'm so proud of my daughter. At school, like, all the boys are like, Fortnite's the best video game ever. Oh man, League of Legends is stupid. And Satya just stands her ground. Is like, no, Fortnite won't last. Everyone said that about Overwatch. Look at it now. Like, who plays Overwatch on Twitch in comparison to League? And they'll have their 5 months. It'll be over. And so one day, the next day, the kid came back and was like, I downloaded League of Legends last night. My daughter.
There you go.
Boom! Boom! Roasted Marshmallows, hi 40 mil. Why are your UT live stream has a better audio quality than Twitch's? I haven't actually compared, so I don't know. If that's the case, then I'm going to have to look into that because...
Twitch has to be better.
Twitch must be better in every way. I'll make Twitch better.
What makes the majority of indie short films not legit? What makes the majority of indie short films, not Indian indie short films, just independent films in general, is an obsession with depressing topics and like these just unsatisfying endings. I think first of all, that's
they tend to preach. They don't mean to, but typically they end up preaching somehow.
And the production value feels, what is the word? Pretentious.
Pretentious and preachy.
Yeah,
that's
pretentious and preachy. Those are the two main problems.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. They all tend to fall into that. Which when you start, right? And I think that's just part of it. When you start making films, you start preachy and pretentious, and then you gain experience, and you realize how to make good movies.
Okay, so in the biz, they have something called hanging a lantern on something. I talk about this a lot, and once I'd heard it, it made so many things clear to me. It's that moment in the show or a movie where the audience is thinking, wait a minute, what about blank? So you have one of the characters say that in in the movie. Wait a minute, what about blank? And then the audience is like, yeah, and then you answer it, and then the audience is like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool. Well, at least you thought about that. The problem with pretentious and preachy independent films, student films, these kind of things, they start doing the whole script is answering questions. It's all exposition answering why we're here. So you'll have all this set up trying to explain why we're here, but we don't care. We've already taken the plunge. You're in a short film, so you don't have time to set up all that crap. You need to start in the middle of things. The Latin term is, or whatever term is, in medias res. Start in the middle of things. You get in as late as you can. You get out as early as you can. You cut to the chase. That's what film is. You just get moving, And so you have somebody answering all these possible objections that might be in the viewer's mind, and by the time you're just like, what? The great example is in Finding Nemo. I was just thinking about this. With my violin playing, I always make excuses for my violin playing. Oh, I haven't practiced enough, blah blah blah. And people are just like, by the time I actually play, they're like, man, you are terrible. They weren't going to think I was terrible until I started making excuses about it. In Finding Nemo, the clownfish, he's like, oh, you're clownfish, you're funny, and so he starts telling a joke, but he starts making all these qualifications. So the joke takes a minute to tell, and they're like, wow, clownfish is not very funny. I was like, that's what independent films are. It's like telling it about what you're about to talk about. It's like, no, that's not how film works. It's not a freaking essay. There you go. That's my theory on that. A couple other things in the YouTube chat. I'd love to see Satya and Rohan celebrate Raksha Bandhan. When is it?
I don't know. It's typically in August, I believe.
We have a hard time at this point keeping up with our family's birthdays and holidays. So we have a birthday today, actually, so we're going to be running around for that. It seems like with a house of 5, 6, we're always doing it. It's like birthdays, anniversaries.
All of their birthdays just happen to fall
right in a row.
Right in this first part of the year, which you're still trying to recover from holiday season. So it's really just, I don't know. This past year, I've been so over the holidays and over the birthdays. I don't have the energy or the brain power to deal with it.
True. Check out Travel Vlog IV channel. She's a Dutch residing in India and Bangalore. Her vlogs reminded me of when you were residing in Delhi. Check out her vlogs on Indian food.
Oh, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to.
It's too soon.
It hurts too much.
Too soon. We just feel jealous.
Too soon. I feel jealous and I feel sad,
resentful
and bitter,
and we're mean.
And so,
it brings out the worst in us.
I'm so glad that you can enjoy them.
By all means, watch her.
Please watch them. But I can just tell you
support
right now, I'm not
her.
going to.
That's good.
Because yes, go support her.
Channel that support you've given to us to her. So that'd be cool.
Because it hurts too much for me to watch it.
The difference between LOL and Fortnite is that LOL took some time to become cancer, while Fortnite already excels at it. I don't know, man. LOL is pretty. It's toxic. It is so toxic. Oh, yesterday we had a. Definitely not Silvernectin was there for it. It's like, what is happening right now? I can't believe this is happening in actuality.
Yeah, and it's funny because we were actually last night talking with a musician friend, and he was talking about his brother, who's big into online gaming, and was kind of talking about this, where he's not keeping a good schedule. He's just gaming and not hanging out with people face to face, and having this kind of toxic language cursing problem.
Right.
It's
like this is like a
classic gaming.
It's like a goody Christian, conservative, and now he's cussing in his room at the top of his lungs. I'm like, well, I've put, you can't actually see it, but I put my armchair arm up there next to Jared from Silicon Valley to remind me not to punch my stuff when I lose my temper. So that's my trophy right there.
We haven't caught up. The newest season of Silicon Valley has started, so don't tell us anything because we haven't watched it yet.
Sandeep welcome to the lineup. You surfing now, boy. Thanks for following on Twitch. Your good bud Nell. A short film I'd recommend is Signs by Patrick Hughes. It's weird. I went to a guy in high school, a surfer named Patrick Hughes. So that's what I was like, Patrick Hughes. So I put that in my little list here. I'll keep an eye out for it. All right, let me catch up with Twitch chat. We'll go back to the Creators Corner, and we'll have to move on here. Wait a minute. What are they talking about? the DSLRs.
Saying that DSLRs make
It's not
independent films
DSLR's
not legit.
problem. Okay, I still am a believer in DSLRs. I can't afford
So
a
what
red
are the
yet.
key things newbies should avoid, I guess, when making films?
Um,
All I can say is just make the experience. You will learn but you have to go through that. Everybody goes through it.
yeah.
You have to go through the preachy pretentiousness to get to
and
good
just,
storytelling.
You look at like H3H3. Look at their early videos. They're horrible. They're unwatchably bad.
You have to go through.
And every
crappy
YouTube channel is like that.
learning
You go back and
time,
watch Philip DeFranco's early, but they're not good.
It's
They're just
you gotta-
self-indulgent.
You just do it,
You know,
and
so
you'll
just
learn
go.
along the way.
Just go.
Just create, and you'll learn along the
Um,
way.
yeah, there's this great little thing. It's a hypothetical. I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like there's real truth in it. And like this college professor has this pottery class. He does a little split test, you could say. He has half the class. They only have to do one piece of pottery, and they have to make the best one ever. And then the other people are going to be graded by how much pottery they put out. So they're going to get a D if they do 20 pounds of pottery. They're going to get a C if they do 30. They're going to get a B if they do 40, and they're going to get an A if they do 50 pounds of pottery. And the people who did the 50 pounds of pottery ended up making the best pottery. You know, so, and I just think that there's this tendency, people start off with the big thing. That's why I think YouTube is a great stepping stone to something better. And now that we have like Snapchat and Instagram, like you should start there because it's much easier to make 5 seconds than it is to make a minute. A minute is much easier to make than 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is much easier to make than 90. You know, and that's what people will start off with, like freaking feature film. That's the one piece of pottery. Your first feature film will be terrible. Like, if that's what you're trying to do.
Ask Ford. He speaks from experience.
Oh, I tried to start with the feature film. It was horrible. It was so preachy, so pretentious. Oh, man. It's embarrassing how bad it was. I mean, it got me started, so I guess that's something. But yeah, just start with the small things. You know, one of the things, there are moments in movies that end up becoming memes that are better than the movies themselves. And so it's like, why even make the rest of the movie? Bollywood really suffers from this. Like, you got a great song dance scene. Just scrap the movie and give us the song dance name. Just give us the item number. Sell the song. Like, you'll make millions of dollars off the song sales. Just, come on. I mean, I know that a lot of people don't pay for them, but in theory. All right. So, indie films are hipster. Yeah, that is...
Hey, good job. Thanks, Rajan. Coming from the YouTubes to the Twitch.
Appreciate you.
Good animes. I don't know. You should ask Satya.
Oh, no.
Satya watches
Satya
anime.
watches
She got for Christmas. She got a Crunchyroll subscription.
I'm not an anime fan.
So she's the one who can recommend and talk about animes.
Oh, reverse redaction. We got to talk on hipster culture. When did I talk about? Which episode was that?
Ford talk on hipster. Who knows? Yeah, probably had multiple ones that he probably cut out of the podcast, and he's just stashing them to the side so that he can throw them out into the world at the appropriate time.
So yeah, anime, I don't know. Yeah, like she said, it's just not my thing. I did get into, when I first got into college, I got into Dragon Ball Z, and so I always will have a funny 008. Thank you for joining.
Rajan.
Oh, thank you for joining the stream, Rajan. Appreciate ya. Welcome to the lineup. You surfing now, boy. Boy. Death Note, yeah, it's possible. The Serenity episode. That may be one of my favorite episodes. Do check out the Serenity episode in reverse redaction. Can you link it? Oh, you cut it out. Oh, okay, I got you. We should just assemble a hipster rant.
Oh man!
Yeah.
So what you can just do, Judah, is just keep all the Ford
Ford
rants that aren't
pertinent to the topic at hand. Yeah.
And then one day you can just toss them into the world and make the world a better place.
Full Metal Alchemist, recommended by Sunny. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's a matter of time commitment, and I think this year it's like more about me trying to watch less and make more.
Yeah. We have some in the YouTube chat, some Bollywood drama stuff being talked about.
Vineet
all right,
says,
but it is time.
All right, I'll catch up with these, and then we have
on.
to move it. Still sad you left for U.S. Any plans to visit India? And you guys are excited for? Yeah, we are. We said it before. We are super excited for Avengers: Infinity War. We would love to visit India in the future. Just watch Tokyo Ghoul EO1. Oh, episode 1. Sorry. Anime is good, except everything with abnormal stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Hey, if possible, watch Arjun Reddy Telugu movie. It's available on Amazon Prime. You would love it. Arjun Reddy. I'll think about it.
I know.
I'm still, honestly, we're just having such a hard time, like, watching anything. I don't know. It's just too soon. We have a buddy. We have a good friend. I mean, he's like one of my best friends. He's still in China making these great street food videos. And I haven't watched, like, the last 2 seasons. And it's kind of, like, been a pain point because it's just like I just feel jealous, like, watching him eat street food. It's like,
right?
You know, you're supposed to rejoice with those who rejoice. Be excited for people, but it's just we're just kind of little.
We're just still too
bratty.
Wounded. Still too. It hurts too much.
Yeah. So that's Salman got bailed out of jail again. All right, we're gonna move on. Let me just see what else we got in the. All right, we've got way too many recommendations. We're gonna hold these for next week from Improv One and Indian Dude. We'll move on to, here. So here's an early short film of mine. I thought I'd share this, Melissa. Are you ready for this? Okay, guys, here. You want to see independent film mastery. You want to see next level performance. This was filmed on, like, a little handy cam about 10 years ago. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I actually don't remember. I mean, I just remember you making it. I don't remember any, like, what's said. So here we go.
All right. Brace yourselves. Feature. Your reference. Oh, shoot. You can't even hear it. Oh, crap. The volume was too low. They couldn't even hear it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, man. It looks like a weird exhibition. So all the characters are... So all the things are talking.
That would look really weird.
You're like, man, what is... Yeah, no, it's still weird. It's just like this trippy thing. So all the things are talking about... They're inanimate objects that are expressing their discontent with life. So, and then it gets to... I totally forgot that part, but it gets to Lady in the Water. And at that point, like, me and my buddy, we were kind of M. Night Shyamalan fanboys, but then Lady in the Water came out, and we're like, what the heck happened? And so Lady in the Water is his M. Night Shyamalan impersonation. Here, I'll start it from the M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm like the greatest movie ever created, and I'd sit in the car all day. In fact, I've been in that car for about 5 months, and I've been re-gifted 6 times. I mean, I'm sitting here waiting to inspire people, and how am I supposed to inspire people if I never get a chance to inspire them? And and I'm standing here next to this Ernest guy. I mean, look at this guy.
Vern and I go way back, know what I mean? I mean, we're as thick as 2 peas in a pod, man. Burn.
I mean, come on.
At least y'all don't have to hold on to this pen all day long, constantly holding on to the pen, because if I let go, we all go. Whoops.
Boom, boom.
Oh dear.
And then the obligatory Star Wars explosion. I mean, that That's some good cinema right there.
There you go.
Come on now.
That
That's an
was-
independent film worth
Aw.
fighting for.
Hey, there you go. Shout out to Josh Crute.
Shout out to Josh Crute.
Hey, guys should look up webcam a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy,
That's a good one.
Our friend Josh, who made this video with Ford, did a web series called Webcam a lot, and it's really great. Ford is in it. See if you can figure out which character is Ford. We won't tell you. So watch Webcam a lot. Figure out which character is Ford and enjoy because it will make
This is
you,
not a pretentious
It will make you
or
smile.
preachy show.
It will make you smile.
This was legit good. I'm not just saying that because I was in it. Like, it should have gotten picked up by someone. Mm-hmm. What do I feel about the Void Papa Franco left on YouTube? Yeah, I think him and iDubbbz, Max Mofo, like without them, YouTube would have been a very sad place. So I'm very glad that they were around.
Yep.
And well, I mean, iDubbbz's still around, I guess, but they've all kind of plateaued, and I think they're ready to move on to something else, which I think is smart for all of them. They're smart guys, and yes, especially Filthy Frank. I think he's a genius in a lot of ways, and I think he's going to try to pursue more musical stuff. As far as the Void, I think what's filling it now is more constructive content. You're getting a lot of these educational channels. The one that Indian Dude shared with us, the special videos for special kids, which we're going to mention one in Building a Better Me here in a minute. It's just, you're just getting stuff that is not just authentic, not realistic, not reality TV, but actually real. People actually crying because they're sad because their friend died that they've been making videos with for a year. Like, that's...
it's not show.
It's not show.
It's not
and
show.
it's not show business. And so that's what YouTube was always supposed to be. It was never supposed to be show business. It was supposed to be real people. It's supposed to be YouTube. It's supposed to be people in your room. That's why PewDiePie's still number one.
But then, and it's typical. I think, typically it's what happens with things. They start small, meaning to be authentic, but as they grow larger, they become more and more processed, corporatized, and become more and more show, right? So now you see YouTube is now hand-picking their teachers' pets and pushing the more showbiz YouTube channels, and that's who they're trying to push, not the authentic ones. But anyway, I had a little moment. I had a little H3H3 moment. I was wearing my, I'm there, cold, on the docks with my H3H3 hoodie on, and this kid's checking in with his parents, and he's like, H3H3. So we had a little H3H3 moment.
Yeah.
His parents are like, who's that? I'm like, it's this YouTube channel, and they make fun of stupid YouTube videos, so
that
it's
need
really
to be made
nice.
fun of. There's public service. A beat says, hey, a beat, how you doing, man? H3 will take care of everything. No worries. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we watched their latest video, but we haven't seen their full H3H3 video. That was just like an Ask H3. They were kind of just being ironic and messing around.
Yeah, they were just messing around. So we
do need to catch up with the most recent. Yeah.
I loved their White Face Man video. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
they're so good. It was like, yes, thank you.
Fupa is my cult.
Everything that needs to be-
Oh man, I think it's
No,
great.
in this Ask H3H3 video, of course, Ethan is being Ethan, and I'm like, Ethan, I don't want to look at this. Like, I just don't. I don't.
McShweezy with some heresy. H3H3 is boring and overrated. There are times where I think his jokes go too long, especially some of his butt jokes.
Yes.
Spending everything.
But for us, like, I don't know, McShweezy, do you make YouTube videos? So, like, for us who make YouTube videos that are, like, good content, it's so therapeutic for us to watch H3H because he's making fun of crap YouTube.
I think good is a bit subjective and maybe a little bit self-important, but, like, real content. I mean, I feel like we are 100% real. Again, it's not. We're not trying to do show business here. We're just, like, this is stuff that we like. This is stuff that we would watch. And, it's us trying to tell our thoughts about the world. When we were in India, it was trying to be as real as possible in the way that we shared India. And so when you see so many channels like, social experiments that are obviously fake, prank invasion going in, what up pranksters, we're gonna go in and make out with chicks, dude, and I'm totally making out with them, totally not paying them money to kiss me. So it's just been, it's been good for someone to whistle blow. I guess like H3H is kind of the whistleblowers of YouTube, and the fact that YouTube is it's just, again, with YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, they're so selective and hypocritical in the way that they police their things.
It's like, oh, it's okay for this guy to be going around kissing and getting blowjobs on YouTube from real girls, but it's not okay for us to talk about mental health issues. Like, it's so hypocritical. Like, he can make ad revenue, but we can't.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel, I mean, is making like ridiculous amounts of money from YouTube. Like, he really needs that YouTube ad revenue in addition to everything else he's already making money on. And they're just artificially promoted in, like, without question, this is true. I mean, every single day, Philip DeFranco and PewDiePie have more views than any of these stupid talk show hosts. And they're number, in the top 10 every day. And they just like, oh, these YouTubers, people don't want to see that. We're going to be TV guide for the things that actually, are cool in the mainstream.
So it's okay that Jimmy Kimmel can make ad revenue
about a school shooting or something,
talking about mental health issues,
and have a cheerful, oh, I'm just so sad about how women are treated, even though I objectified women on my show, The Man Show, 20 years ago that gave me a career. Oh yeah, I had these women in bikinis around me, like feeding me grapes, but man, I'm hashtag me too. Oh, look at my tears. Oh, so real, and so you're going to benefit that guy. And in the meantime, family channels, you're going to, put the thumbs down on. That's just hypocrisy.
There you go. You struck a chord there, McShweezy.
Well, I mean, they are what they are. And, I don't think they do everything right either. I mean, I'm a better filmmaker than Ethan is. I mean, that's without question. So, I'm a better violinist than Lindsay Sterling, but I just have no confidence. So she's a better violinist because she actually does it, So, like, who's the better violinist? The one that actually plays. Who's the better filmmaker? The one that actually makes something and doesn't give up. So, all right. Oh, my wig. I forgot about my wig. I had some fun times with that wig in India. Should go get me another wig. I just do it like a rant character. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry. Rant over. We're going to move it on over to the India connection. So, yeah, not much.
I don't even know where we are in this subreddit.
Local news. Not sure if you know about this channel. It has amazing content. Okay, so Indian dude shared this one. Oh, Ranjit Shinde's comment. I don't remember what it was. I think it was actually a good Indian American or American.
Okay.
Hi guys. two comments on last week's video. 2 comments. That was our live one though, so that makes sense. 43-minute long. Hi guys, I always watch your videos. I like your videos. Can you please make video on how daily lifestyle in U.S. means daily food dishes, exploring your nearby area, etc. I would love to know about USA. Thanks. I think we'll try to do that by the end of the year.
Make video on how daily lifestyle.
People have been asking for that for a long time. The problem is our life has just not been very typical, even for us, and so we've been like, oh, everything's boring. We don't want to go to work. Everything sucks. So it would be really boring to follow us around. So I don't know. I wanted to do, I keep thinking every now and then I'll have, for like 5 seconds, I'll be like, man, we should bring the family vlog back. And then I'm like, no, we shouldn't. If things were in a little more organized fashion, that would be a possibility. But now I think it's just...
I know, and I think you guys would find it interesting because we really do live in a beautiful place. We really do live in a beautiful place, and you guys would probably like to see it. And we take it for granted too much, but we're learning not to take it for granted.
Yeah, it is happening slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Bring this exposure down, Callie.
All right, so keep asking for that, and one day we're gonna do it.
Yeah, that would be probably good. All right, let's see. Not sure if you know about this channel from India. Due 2018, it has amazing content. Want to win India 50s in it for the long run. Unique stories from India. I feel like I saw one of these at some point and remember thinking that it was good. A good call. Yeah, maybe I should put this one. Man, look at that like-dislike ratio. It's killer. The African community that is India's hope for an Olympic medal. The Siddhis are a community that migrated from East Africa to India between 15th and 19th century. In 1987, the Sports Authority of India set up the Special Area Games program to scout and train members of the Siddhi community to perform as athletes for India on the international stage.
Where? I would love to know where.
Let's see.
What
The cities
state?
have now settled primarily in the states of
Oh, there you go.
Karnataka, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Fascinating. I think these kind of stories would be, yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of like what you'd like to do if you could focus on just those unexpected stories. I think I would, me personally, my goal, if I were in India, just as an outsider, I mean, Indians can do this because they're insiders, but I just, again, feel like that there's that muckraking tendency in documentation and journalism to say, look at the racism they face, which, look, I understand, like, it's real, it's legit, but the best way I think to get past people who feel that way is not to, like, hold it in front of them, like, look how bad you are. And that person may not actually be guilty of that, but their brother or their uncle or their grandfather. So you're asking them to pick sides. Like, they know that their grandfather has a problem and is racist, but they still have to deal with them on a daily basis and just constantly being like, look how bad you are. Like, it does not inspire people to want to change. The best way to inspire people to want to change is to just show these people at their best, right? Like, you're like, oh man, the light bulb can go off in somebody's mind. It's like, man, that person's different than me, but look how good they are at sports. And they're representing us on the international stage. I think that there's just a third path between, like, issue journalism and, like the underdog sports story. like you kind of need to find a way to, and I feel like that's what we try to do with American Indian. We try to find a third path rather than just, like, bald-faced, hold up a rhetorical gun to somebody and say, you need to change. Look how bad you are. But the problem is that rhetorical gun is never, ever trained back on the people making these documentaries or doing these newspapers or stuff like that. So anyways, like, it's a little side note, but yeah, that does look like an interesting story. And I think, yeah, I would, again, in a more perfect world, I would check out more of it, but it is just kind of hard to.
I think there's some politics involved too, because I always feel that, like, if you don't look Indian, you're not Indian, and in general, the politics of India won't recognize you as Indian. So that's got to be difficult.
Yeah.
If they're going to be
definitely.
representing India, but they don't look Indian, you have to look Indian. Like, right? That's the whole thing. Like, all the Indians from the Northeast that have that more Chinese look to them aren't viewed as Indian because they're not your classic
in
Indian.
in certain cultural contexts, especially not in an urban context.
In
Yeah.
something like the Olympics.
Right. Well, and and again, it's something that human nature.
And
like,
maybe they talk about that. They might talk about that in this.
Right.
I would
I
assume
think
that's
they
something,
they
a
would
theme they
talk
would
about it,
explore
yeah.
in this.
But of course, we run into that in America too. I mean, that happens. Like, some American Olympic star who's Indian, and people are like, "Wow, why didn't she go back to the Middle East?" Like, she's not from the Middle East, you idiot.
Yeah.
So that kind of ignorance happens
Right.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but it is just such a minefield because it becomes so politicized. Like, it was like this one New York Times reporter who is kind of a centrist, and I would say she was always left of center. Well, one tweet she said, like, it was a Chinese American, and who's a figure skater or something, and so this New York Times reporter said, "Immigrants, we get the job done," or "Immigrants, they get the job done." You would think that would be like pro-immigration, right? You think that'd be progressive. Everyone came out the woodwork and said, "How dare you call her an immigrant? She was born here. How dare you call her an immigrant and other her with the use of the word they?" I'm like, wait, what just happened? Like, so these things just get so crazily political so quickly. Like, she was like trying to be supportive, but it's like, you can't be supportive. I don't know. It's going to be misinterpreted. Yes, Ford. Oh, for me, you guys are better than H3 any day. Thank you. Appreciate that. Love ya. YouTube, Reddit, 9gag. These are escapes for me from my life. What are yours? I would say Twitch, for me, watching I'm a Cutie Pie videos. Basically, I'm a Cutie Pie and Dyrus from Twitch. Them playing League of Legends. They'll do like a 10-minute edited version. I watch those pretty much daily. Those are about all I have time for at this point. I do spend too much time on Twitter, scrolling. So I have a secondary account, and I just use it to kind of scroll. I have less people that I follow on that one. What's your comfort zone, and how do you try to get away from it? My comfort zone is, I don't know. I haven't had one in 2 years, so I try to find a comfort zone at this point. So that's what I'm trying to do. Showing America how good black people are at sports has worked so well at ridding us of racism. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that comment. The fact that, yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that comment.
I know. I think
that's mean-spirited and hypocritical to even say that. So, no.
Gotten ourselves in trouble with climate change and gun control. We're not gonna talk about racism.
Talk about that. Surfing, maybe. Yeah, even surfing has been difficult for me, to be honest. Trying to get back into it. Have I checked out Soviet Womble? No, I don't even know what that is. Soviet Womble. I'll put that in the list there. All right. So yeah, I do think that there would probably be some really good ones on here. And at a better time, I would peruse this content more.
Yes, in a better mental health state of our emotional beings, we will watch that channel.
All right. If you haven't seen the interview with Pranav, check it out. I did a cut of that one. I don't know if I'll be cutting all of them in the future.
You want to toss those links up?
Yeah. So check this one out. Pranav is a great guy. He's just really smart and just fantastic actor, director, writer, everything, comedian. Just the man. I'm a real big fan of his stuff. And I do have some links to a lot of his videos there in the description, so you can kind of get a good smattering of the different stuff. And he also did that one Vimeo film that I referenced earlier. So there's that. Roasted marshmallow. My comfort zone is my bed, so leaving it's pretty bad. He's the hilarious gaming YouTuber, does amazing stuff. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. All right, so we've got some food there. Oh, so here's a little bit of India connection. So it is today my 4-year anniversary from working with the Viral Fever. So I thought this was a kind of funny one. Speaking of some cross-culturalness,
right? Yeah, and that ties in perfectly because
few minutes of it. We won't watch the whole thing.
The Viral Fever, right?
Well, he's played a part. Oh, so the one thing that did happen as a result of that, I posted on Facebook. I said, "Hey," and I've tagged Bisso and Amit. Bispapati Sarkar and Amit Golani, saying, "Hey dudes, just a friendly reminder, or like maybe you guys can tell us what happened to Pranav's show that he made for you guys." And so nobody commented on that. The first person to comment was Bispapati. So he's the guy that plays what is that annoying news guy in India? Arnab Goswami. So he does the Arnab Goswami parody, and so he's such a good actor. He's such a good writer. This guy's he is a genius. So he's like, I'm on it. It's like, really,
yeah,
really,
we'd
please.
love to see it.
So that'll be cool. Kara says she's driving to Tampa this morning. The Vimeo link isn't working. Oh, okay, good. Our dog's getting breeded this week. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Good time.
I understand. No worries. Some good news, Kara. So we've got some family that's going to be moving down in your direction. So now we have 3 reasons to come see you.
No, don't say that. It's not public knowledge yet.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Okay, I didn't say her name though. Someone we don't know is thinking about moving to Orlando. So there'll be another reason for coming
us,
down.
One day we're gonna get down there and see you face to face.
McSweezy says, "What are the prerequisites for being interviewed by you guys?" Because the last guy was damn smart.
Prerequisite is you have to have some cross-cultural love in your life. That's it.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be the creative side or the cross-cultural side. Just one of those three things: creative, cross-cultural, constructive. We can talk about whatever you want to talk, and just we just talk about it. I think the most important thing is just I need to become a better interviewer first of all, and not talk so much. And I also need to make you feel more at home, so you're able to talk concisely. Because part of the problem is getting interviews that are a little, you don't want people to have to sift through 5 minutes of answer for one simple question. And so the questions need to be a little more pointed, and people feel comfortable enough to know what their answer will be.
So
I
there
think,
you go. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
If you're one of our first interviews, just like we were talking
We're kind of
about
learning
with
the art.
independent films,
Yeah.
we are now learning the art of interviewing.
I didn't
so
feel like I did
it won't be as good as.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I did a very good job with either interview with Amian
So
or
please,
with
perfect. Let us practice with you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we could just have a conversation about
just
whatever.
need to message him.
Yeah, so just email me, thesurfingviolinist@gmail.com, and we can set it up. I mean, the basic thing is it's the India connection. So, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're Indian in some way, shape, or form, or you're connected to India. You can be America or India. I don't care, wherever. I mean, Australia. Yeah. But yeah, just having a conversation about Indian issues, culture, food, whatever. I mean, we can talk about whatever. Do lawyers count? Heck yes. Lawyers are a very important part of our world, and it's something I don't totally understand. I've been told I should have been a lawyer because I talk too much.
But yeah, he would never been. He would have been a terrible lawyer because he's way too
I'd get into every single
justice
thing.
must be served.
Right.
You.
I'm too argumentative. So
Yeah, I would not work.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that is what I'm supposed to be. Argumentative. Find a reason to come to India. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Definitely one day, but we will. Yeah. We will one day. Okay, here we'll watch a little bit of Jungle Raj.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. See if I can.
दुनिया भर के सबसे खतरनाक जंतुओं का अध्ययन करने के बाद कनेक्टिंग फ्लाइट मिस हो जाने की वजह से मैं अटक गया हूँ इंडिया में। इसीलिए आज हम देखेंगे और समझेंगे इंडिया के सबसे खतरनाक जंतुओं को, राजनेता। मैंने विश्व की राजनीति को काफी करीब से देखा और जाना है, और अब मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ दुनिया का सबसे खतरनाक राजनेता। मैं हूँ पॉलिटिकल एक्सप्लोरर ब्रिजभूषण चौबे उर्फ बीबीसी, और ये है जंगल राज। इंडिया की चिलचिलाती धूप में अपना स्किन टोन खराब करने के बाद मुझे एहसास हुआ कि इलेक्शन के बाद किसी नेता को पकड़ पाना मुश्किल ही नहीं नामुमकिन है। पर एक दिन टहलते हुए मुझे मिल ही गया एक सुराग।
बिल्कुल ताजा ब्लैक मनी।
सुगंध तो ब्लैक मनी जैसी है, स्वाद भी ब्लैक मनी जैसा है। ये बिल्कुल ताजा ब्लैक मनी है, मतलब जरूर कोई पॉलिटिशियन आसपास है। चलो उस तरफ माइकल। सूंघते सूंघते मैं पहुंच गया हूँ 15 पुतिन पर।
Okay, this line, I didn't notice it before, but listen to what he says. Listen to what I...
वो देखो माइकल, उधर उधर। ओह यीशु, कितना सुंदर दृश्य है। अपने चमचों, करछी, कलाइयों के बीच बैठा ये खतरनाक जंतु है बाहुबलिकस क्रिमिनालो। ये प्रजाति अपनी अवैध गतिविधियों और हिंसक प्रवृत्ति के लिए जानी जाती है।
25 फुल, 14 हाफ, 13 क्वार्टर मर्डर केस है हम पे।
So real quick, Abid asks, did Bisso write this? This was, I don't know if they do all of them like this, but this was pretty much a team effort. So Amit, who's playing the Bahubalikas Criminalo, him, man, I can't remember, what's the skinny guy's name? Misra? I can't remember his first name right now for some reason. So those two, and I think Bisso was working on something else. I know he worked. No, I think all of them wrote. So everyone kind of came in with a different idea. The writing process was very interesting. It was much more like the writing process for what a TV show is, like a boardroom, except we just sat on the floor and stayed up all night. And I don't think I contributed very much at all. So it's like, yeah, I like the puns that they came up with so many cross language puns. I mean, this is just, man, they really are good. This was good times. It was a lot. It was a fun shoot. Probably one of the funnest shoots I've ever been on. It's good stuff.
Good memories.
Deepak Mishra, that's him. So they all came up with their own kind of little parts. So good.
So good. Good job, TVF.
Good job, TVF.
Shabash. Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Fun times. All right, India Connection. Any other things? So yeah, if anybody's interested in doing an interview, because we are going to kind of transition out of the way we've been doing India Connection videos into just
the
interviews. I think that'll be more sustainable. For the
And it's
first,
something we're really interested in too.
for the first one, I just did the edited version. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to sustain that either, because you have to do the interview and then you have to watch the interview and then you have to edit it, and that's just like 3 hours. I really need this to get down to 1 hour, just with my schedule. So we'll probably go through some, again, growing pains of it not being that great at first, but we can stumble along through it together. I think the end goal would be to interview movers and shaker Indians, as well as everymans like all of us, and get that spectrum.
Yeah.
Eventually I'd love to be able to interview some of these people I follow on Twitter. There's Neeraj K. Agarwal. He's a big Bitcoin guy, just real smart. And then this other guy, Balaji Srinivasan, and what is the main dude? The main dude, my mind's blanking on him right now. But again, these guys are great entrepreneurial Silicon Valley dudes, and just phenomenal insights to stuff. And eventually to interview someone like them and get there, because there's such a range of experience. You've got NRIs. You've got second-generation Indians living overseas. You've got Indians in India. Right now, the focus is on Indians living in India, and we want to always keep that as part of it. So, Abit mentions the Arnab controversies and what happened. Again, geez, I don't want to talk about that crap. It hit one of the YouTubers I started off with. I met him at a shoot here in Panama City, and not long after the shoot, he became famous. He became a big time YouTuber, Toby Turner, aka Tobuscus, and then allegations came out, Me Too allegations came out, and his ex-girlfriend and Philip DeFranco kind of stood up for him in a way, say this guy's an a-hole, but he's not a rapist, and they're convinced that they didn't believe the allegations, but it's enough to tank someone's career. That's all it takes, is just one person saying, even in America. So again, there's this tendency all over the world to try to overcorrect from one problem, but the problem is when you overcorrect from one, you never acknowledge that even under the social problems of that culture, the opposite has been going on all along. They're not just bad men, there are bad women. Bad women did not just start existing last week. There have been bad women since the beginning of time. And bad women existed in bad systems. And the tendency is to say, oh, well, just blame it on the system. Like, they wouldn't be bad if the system weren't in place. Wrong. Not true. There are good people that exist in bad systems. So, then what happens when you go all the way over to the other side? That enables all of the very bad people who were oppressed under that system to come out of the woodwork and become even worse. And the French Revolution is a good example of that. With the overthrowing the Russia with the Tsar and everything. Like, oh, yeah, they're not going to do anything, and then they just kill the children.
Right. So it was interesting because we've been watching Downton Abbey. So one of the characters in Downton Abbey is Irish, and he's very political and very socialist. And so he's like kind of paying attention to what's going on in Russia, and he's like, they've kind of taken over and they've put the Tsar and his family away, but they won't kill them. And so it's interesting, because it was interesting to see his progression, because he's like, oh, I'm all 100% socialist, like this is a good thing that's going to happen in Russia, but they won't kill him. And then he finds out that they killed the Tsar and all his kids, and it was so interesting, like he still justified it. Because you could tell, like before, like he really didn't think they were going to do it, and he didn't want them to do it. And then it was interesting, like after it happened, but he still it forced him to cross a line for socialism.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was still going to hold on so strongly to socialism that it was going to force him to cross a moral boundary that he had set for himself. That, no, okay, you know, it was okay for them to kill the Tsar and his children for socialism, for the greater good. You know, where he was definitely on this side of it, and then he stepped over that line. So, I don't know, you know, like that happens all the time, right? Yeah. People think for the greater good and for their cause, and that makes them cross lines that they know that they shouldn't morally as a human being.
And I think that's our purpose with the Building a Better Me thing, is not to search for a cause, but to search for building a better me, something that's objectively better for me, for Indians, for people of color, the whole world, for men, for women, not just for one thing.
It's a human individual responsibility.
Right.
You're a human being. Now, some people may not classify themselves as human beings in this day and age, so I guess it doesn't count for them. But for the majority of us bajillion people on the planet,
right,
pick up your mantle of personal responsibility and get your act together. There.
Oh, women are people too. Bad and good exist in us too. Oh, we have a woman in the stream. That's amazing. I always assume they're all dudes. I mean, my demographic, I'm not being sexist. No. It's just my demographic is sexist.
Like
it's
YouTube
literally 85% male.
85% of our viewers are male. And I assume so we just assume most everyone is.
The other 3 are literally my mom. So.
And Kara.
And Kara, my adopted sister. So I don't have many women
we
in the
don't
stream.
have many female viewers.
So
Hurrah,
welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Treat her with respect, gentlemen, please.
Oh, that's right, because I did get on Abby6, who's not with us.
Yeah, he was hitting on Kara that one time.
He was and this other girl, he was totally trying to get her number. I'm like, leave her alone.
I think he's kind of joking. You know, come on, there's a little, you know, okay, I won't make the justification. On him. She did go auntie on him. And Short Mel is saying that the earth needs cleansing? What? No. No, she's not. A beat mentions... well, okay, I will ask this before we move on. Naveen Kasturia's Instagram. Where did he fall on that debate? Did he side with the allegers? Because I knew Arnab, and I like Arnab a lot. And
I'll be honest.
I don't think he was a perfect dude. I mean, oh man, this stuff. There's a great little Jerry Seinfeld moment, and he was getting interviewed by this woman, and he was talking. She was like, "How has this affected, you know, this Me Too? You haven't noticed this whole time?" He's like, okay, well, I assume you're a human being and you've been around show business and you've seen how men and women chase each other, right? And there's this blank silence. Like she's doing that calculation. The calculation means she's like, who will this offend? He's like, hello, right? You know that males and females chase after each other? I'm not saying something like that's out of the realm of, like, this is facts, right? And she's like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, she had to do, like, 20 seconds of calculation. Like, who am I going to offend by saying that?
Yeah, I mean, right? Like, really
saying something that's
hedging her bets.
Demonstrably obvious to all human beings involved. And, you know, I mean, like, every TV show you watch, what is it about? Sexual tension. It's about romance. Like, I mean, every movie you watch. Like, oh, yes, we need to have more evolved sensibilities about these things. Every Bollywood movie has 5 item numbers. You know, like, come on. And there's people just fed up with this BS. Anyways. Is Mel offensive to Melissa? I don't want to be politically nicknamed.
If I were Hungarian, yes. But I'm not.
Why?
So we're good.
Why is Hungarian more of a male name?
So I did my student teaching in Budapest. And so when I got there, I was told you cannot go by Mel because Mel means breast in Hungarian. So, poor Mel Gibson. I don't know how he pulls it off. I don't think
Mel Gibson cares about what anyone thinks.
In Hungary.
Zerani, welcome to the stream. Morning. Sorry we didn't get to play yesterday. We'll make it happen next week. Did you see what happened after that? Like it got dicey in the chat yesterday. Man. I'm gonna have to start laying the hammer down. Jeez. Oh man. No, yeah. So no, it's no offense there.
Mel is fine.
All right, we've got to rush. We got 15 minutes left. Let me hit Piyush TSV's comment here in the India Connection subreddit. I feel that ads in India are comedic and more eye-catching than here in U.S. Maybe I connect better with the Indian ads because I grew up in India, but to me it looks like there are hardly any interesting ads in the U.S. Most of them are people staring at the camera and saying in a weird tone, "I like blah blah blah." I think that's gonna be funny and an interesting topic for discussion. That's interesting. I think it just depends on the time of year. Like during Super Bowl ads, they try to be more creative, but to me, it just becomes exercises in exhibitionism. Like I think that's honestly, I'm trying to like categorize the problems with American culture, and I think one of them is. And this is bleeding out. I don't even know if you can call them American problems anymore. I think they're problems of consumer culture. And so one of them was vain exhibitionism, or maybe shameless. Shameless, I think, is a better word. Shameless exhibitionism. So much of our show business is characterized by this shameless exhibitionism. So it will either be like that, where it's like, you know, you're listening to Pandora or SoundCloud or something like, "Are you tired of hearing ads? Don't you want to upgrade to Pandora Premium? It's so good." Like, it's just this stupid, it's like, I mean, the same type of ad you've heard for the last 30 years. Or then there's those clever ads that are trying to be just shameless exhibitions, where they're trying to get your attention in a weird roundabout way. I did notice some pretty fun ads when I was in India, and throughout history, you know, the Pan Parag, that great Pan ad. Pan Parag. You remember that?
I'm like lacking on remembering my Indian ads. I need a playlist.
Well, we'll watch the Pan Parag. This is a good ad. These are famous old school Bollywood. You'll recognize these guys. Like,
लड़के के माँ बाप आए हैं।
नमस्कार। बारात ठीक 8 बजे पहुंच जाएगी, पर हम आपसे एक बात कहना तो भूल ही गए। घबराइए नहीं, हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए। हम इतना चाहते हैं कि आप बारातियों का स्वागत पान पराग से कीजिए।
ओह, पान पराग, हमें क्या मालूम आप भी पान पराग के शौकीन हैं। ये लीजिए पान पराग।
पान पराग।
this is a great commercial, man. It is like, I honestly, it's so self-aware. Like, I just feel like it's a meta commercial. Like, it's so over the top that.
So over the top.
It's great. That is a great commercial.
Oh my.
Yeah, I want to see more commercials like that. That's some brilliant stuff. Oh man.
Man.
Rurutu. I don't get it. So it's basically two families. They're about to have a wedding, and so I'm not sure. Is it the who's coming to who? Is the groom's parents? I'm sorry.
No. I would. Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't know who's the groom's parents and who's the bride's parents. But they're saying we have an issue, and then the music hits. They're like, "Oh no, we have an issue. They're gonna want more money, or we got, things are gonna fall apart." Blah blah. And he's just like, "Oh no, we don't need anything. All we need is pan parag," and which pan, like this, what do they call it? Pan masala. This stuff is like Indian version of chewing tobacco. I guess that would be the most analogous thing. It's not what it is, but the bride's dad. Okay, so the bride's dad produces some pan parag, and he's like, "Pan parag." So, yeah, it's
so
great.
There you go. An arranged, yeah, because they're doing an arranged marriage. So.
Oh, the guy's parents always have an issue, right? So Heineken Light ad. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
We really liked that Heineken ad.
The bridging worlds or.
Worlds
apart.
And that's what I was talking about earlier
so
with like the media. We just keep getting into this like holding people's, pushing people's necks into the crap of their own culture. And it's like, even though you're correct in assessing the racism, the classism, the sexism, the what do you call it, ethnocentrism, like it's not encouraging people to change because it puts them on the defensive, and because there are other tangential issues associated with it. But something like that Heineken ad, it's a friggin' ad, but it's like, it makes me want to go have a talk with someone I disagree with. Like, I want to go down and sit down and have a beer with somebody, and like that you can accomplish much more over a meal or over a beer or over coffee than you can having a debate on the internet.
Where you both are being respectful
of each other instead of assuming like, oh, well, you're just.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, as long as you're willing to respect the other person.
Yeah, that's a good ad, and I know it's not
really talk and communicate.
Real, but I think the point that they're getting across is real. I think it's worth it. I don't think it's shameless exhibitionism. So I think even ads can, I think, be constructive and creative. Like I think it's possible for even consumerism to be constructive, to mitigate the damage of disposable, just short-sighted, like, how is this going to benefit me? Short-sighted selfishness.
All right, I would assume American ads these days don't want to be cheesy, so maybe that's why they're not as funny. Because they're trying not to be cheesy. Because I don't know.
I don't know. I just think we're so oversaturated with it. It's like my daughter. She said something the other day that was just like, kids just do not fall for BS anymore. So, like my son got a participation trophy at school for field day, and she's like, "Oh, we got a trophy." He's like, "Oh, it's a participation trophy," and she's like, "Ah." Oh man! Whenever they give out those participation certificates, kids actually burn them, and I just thought that, like, in my day, I would not have done that. Like I thought, like, oh yeah, I got this.
Okay, got my participation award.
But no, like the kids can see so much of the BS that it actually like insults them. They're just like, just don't do this to me. Like, it makes us feel bad. Like, oh, stop. Like, we didn't deserve it. And so I feel like ads are going to be more and more and more and more difficult to actually hit because kids are just way too smart for this.
We're done being sold to. We're done being marketed to.
Kids
we're
have
done with
an
BS.
irony detector that's actually pretty finely honed.
We're done with people being fake.
Yeah, she has been a smart one. Indian dude says, other. It's definitely not solar only. I outed you. High class people, high class taste was Pon Parag's tagline. That's pretty good.
High class people, high class. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I didn't have very high class taste.
So Improbable One asks, Ford, are you in touch with Noble Luke, the rock opera guy? MLG God 7727. Oh, we got an MLG God. Major League Gaming. Welcome to the lineup. You surfing now, boy. MLG God 7727. Are you in touch with Noble Luke? Improbable One asks. We haven't talked to him in
We haven't talked to him. No, yeah, we have, but we're still friends.
I would really like him to be the next interviewee.
We can still
I need to
be
try
in
to.
touch with him.
Yeah, I need to try to get in touch with him this week. I'd like to interview him for the India Connection. A couple other questions here. What about Schultz ads by Vidya Balin? I don't know. Let me put that in the my little.
You guys should go in the India Connection and
submit stuff. Please do.
Yeah, because we just
India Connection. India Connection right here.
We need people to do the legwork for us because we don't have the time to do the legwork. So it's just whatever it is. It's India Connection subreddit. There you go.
You
Please.
throw that in. Throw a good
Everybody
one in there.
who put links up there, put them in the subreddit for us.
Man,
we're not
we won't
talking
talk about that.
gun laws.
All right, building a better me. We're gonna flip over here now. This, I really wanted to watch this. We're not going to actually have time to watch it. I will mention this one that Indian Dude 2018 shared in the Building a Better Me subreddit. It's this channel, Special Videos for Special Kids. I went and watched another one of their videos this week. It's this one right here. It's in the Building a Better Me subreddit. You can check it out here. This video, I mean, it kind of follows this one dude. He just passed away recently, and they kind of show his condition and how he looked at the beginning and how it debilitated him to the end. And again, I think we need more of this kind of stuff where maybe it's someone you disagree with. Maybe they're very different from you. Maybe they're more conservative. Maybe they're more liberal. Maybe they're more religious. Maybe they're atheist. Whatever they are, but you get to see how they're dealing with life, and you realize, oh man, okay, I may not agree with him on that other thing. And this is what we're trying to do in American Indian was find people that are different than us that we're like, but we love this one thing, you know? And so when you see this video, it's just, it's real. It is. It's just not showbiz. It's not people trying to look good or trying to look, you know.
Or trying to make money off of a cause.
That's right. Like, this is what a cause should look like. It should be someone's real life. Like, this guy is investing his life in understanding and helping
helping others understand
it. We used to use this term spread awareness, but I don't think that is good enough. I think spreading awareness, and you can actually be very Machiavellian in the way that you do that. This is not spreading awareness. This is just sharing your life, and your life is tied up with these other people's lives. This guy's great, man. This is just a great YouTube channel. It may be the best YouTube channel in existence. So check out this video. The video in question is called
Over the last year, we've all
Rest in Peace, Kane. We love you. And this guy's not faking his tears. Like, I can read actors. So this is a real guy really crying. And we've been so conditioned by, crying, the acted tears, So it's really good. The first rule of gun laws, no one talks about gun laws. That's correct. What type of stuff should I post on the Indie Connection and BABM, as I'm already trying to build a better me? Anything that's helping you build a better you. So
anything that's really helpful, that you found is helpful for you.
For your mental health situation, for your professional life, for your family life, for, it could be some trick of the trade. Maybe it's a how-to video that's been encouraged. I think it needs to be practical. And I feel like so much of the time we try to find, get rich quick schemes to build a better me. And so things that are more procedural, progressing slowly, those things are good.
Yeah. So if you think that it's been helpful and inspirational and you building a better yourself, then share it.
Yeah.
Because that might also help somebody else. Because that's pretty much what we're doing. This has helped us, so we're sharing it with you.
Right. Sounds good. Please do. Please do. Improbable One had a great the speech from Chaplin in The Great Dictator. Not gonna have time to react to it now. My mom's birthday, so we got 3 minutes left. We're gonna have a little how a cat saved a U.S. veteran from suicide and depression. This is the good type of thing.
It was an extreme honor.
Oh, it's actually
6 minutes.
Sorry, I was like, it's short.
I'll just read the thing. In this powerfully inspirational story, we follow a brave young soldier from a battlefield in Iraq, where he sustained traumatic injuries in a mortar attack, to Fort Riley, Kansas. There, during a thunderstorm, a kitten suddenly appeared to save the soldier's life, then later disappears, only to appear at another pivotal moment in both their lives. See, this kind of thing. Maybe you disagree with the Iraq War. Maybe you disagree with wars in general. Maybe you're a pacifist. But you can probably watch this and find, some benefit from it. You can say, okay, I don't agree with maybe this guy's life choices, but I can empathize with his situation here, and I've had an animal be there for me when I was recovering. That's something that can bring people together. This is the kind of thing that I think we need more of. We need more of this sort of embedded journalism, and I think the word journalism is too corrupted, and I don't even want to use it anymore. I think the word is participant observation. We use that term in cross-cultural communication. Participant observation is what you must have. Because unless you're a participant, you won't understand what it feels like. Here's the link. McShweezy cannot reach out to Melissa on Reddit. Have you sent her a message on Reddit? It's possible. She probably doesn't check it very often.
Oh, I haven't been on Reddit in weeks.
So, yeah, you can.
I'm there.
She is there. So, what is your handle?
Deli Melly.
Deli Melly. She just, you need to check your app, yo. Keep up with the times. You're telling people, hey, post stuff in Reddit, but I'm never going to look at it. Only Ford will when we're on the stream. We need to be better prepared.
I know. Guys.
She just started a new job, working long hours.
Yesterday was my first day off in 2 weeks. I'm not used to full-time job, let alone not a day off in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and plus she's actually kind of multitasking with the job, so
I'm not good at multitasking.
She's working the hut, but she take phones,
now.
Put people into the computer, but she's also doing social media for 3 companies. So it's kind of a full plate. Hello from New York, Himanshu. Welcome to the stream. What happened to the Florida Melody
Well, see,
handle?
that's my Instagram. Because it was time to leave the Deli Melly behind on Instagram.
Okay. So you're not Florida Melly on Reddit.
I grieved India, and I decided that I needed to change my Instagram handle because I'm not in Delhi anymore.
Right.
But
she's keeping the Deli Melly on Reddit because
just because
we're keeping the India connection going mainly through this.
So I decided I was going to go ahead and keep it Deli Melly.
So they got the 2 sides. You got the Florida Melly, the Deli Melly.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. All right, I think we are going to transition on. Got a mother to save from my son and get some food and stuff.
And celebrate a birthday.
Celebrate.
Hey, here you go, Indian viewers.
It's such a perfect day.
I got this at Comic Con in Delhi.
Perfect.
Right.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I got the wrong T. Perfect.
Yay, fun pillows. Also, in our little home, in one of the episodes, they go to this import store and they have lots of Indian furniture, but all around the import store are signs written in Devanagari. I was like, but all the cuts are too fast. I can't read them. But there was loads of Devanagari signs. I'm like, oh, I want to go see them.
All right. Thanks to everyone for joining the stream. Thank you, Zarani, for the good wishes. I'll pass them on to my mom. Thank you, everyone. All right. Godspeed, y'all. We will see you on the other side. Until next time, keep it creative, cross-cultural, constructive.
Stay glorious. Stay beautiful.
Stay strong.
Stay glorious. Stay strong. Keep going. And if you can't do that, just hold on.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We will see you next week. I think we're just going to keep this regular schedule going for now. Eventually, I'd like to do some evening streams. But
well, yeah. And I can tell you right now, the last 2 weekends in April, I have to work. So.
Oh, we might have to transition at a certain point to night streams.
We're really good about telling you guys when we're going to be on. So.
Yeah.
We'll tell you when we're going to be on. Ha, 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 ha.
All right. Godspeed, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate you.